Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Brandy and I am back with another video. So today, I'm so happy to be back, you guys. Like, oh my god. So before I even get started, I do want to apologize to my girls from Facebook and Instagram who's been DMing me waiting for me to drop this video. I know it's been long awaited and I am just really excited to be back on here talking to you guys. A lot of stuff has happened. I have a couple announcements to make and I'm just really, y'all, I'm just so happy to be back on camera. You guys know, like, if you know me personally, I know I don't have that many subscribers, but I love doing YouTube. I love talking about stuff, and pretty much I'm just happy to be back and doing this video. And I will say I did not want to do this video before having the right information to actually put out there in this video, because I don't want to be misleading or leading anyone wrong. So basically, I am here to tell you guys that I have embarked on a new journey. I don't know if it'll be a journey, but a new chapter in life. And I am trying out the crazy, luxurious world of sugar. So yes, this is what your girl has been doing. And if you guys like this shirt, I don't know if you guys can see it, your opinion doesn't pay my bills. So with that being said, and you guys seeing it, if you guys have a problem, or you're not really, if you think that sugaring is wrong, or you just have this negative connotation with it and you just don't feel comfortable, go ahead and do me a favor. You go ahead and click off the video.
Bye, Felicia.
I won't be upset. I won't be ashamed. But this is for girls who are trying to get into the sugaring community, or even the girls that are just curious to know what it is. Because that's what I was. I was just curious to know what it is. But I pretty much just wanted you guys to feel comfortable. And if you're not comfortable watching this video, you can just go ahead and click out of it. It's no big deal. But for the girls who's sticking around for the teases, I got you, because I know y'all been waiting for the girl to come and give y'all all the deets, okay? Because I got them. So first things first, I have my notes, but I want to let y'all know that I have been in this realm for about a month before I even get started. So before anybody comes to me in the comments talking about, well, how you gonna give information and you ain't even professional? First of all, you know how to be professional to talk about your experiences that you are actually experiencing. So the first thing I want to talk about is, what is exactly a sugar baby and a sugar daddy? Because I feel like this is the most misconstrued perception of what this lifestyle actually is. So the stereotypical thing that people say it is basically a young girl who is a gold digger, who's lazy, who just wants to use men for their money. And that's not really what it is. Now I will say, some girls that is what it is, but not every girl that's in this community that's their end goal. So if you guys don't know, I have just gotten out of a relationship, and I wanted to just, you know, like, you just needed something to do. So I was like, I'm gonna be a little bit more spontaneous. Like, I want to be more spontaneous. Like, every time I embark on something new or have a life-changing experience, I kind of want to do something exhilarating. So I wanted to try sugaring. And I have. And so basically, I think I've just found out from this experience that I truly just like older men. I think that I'm in that category, because there's different type of girls. So you have the girls who want to experience a luxurious lifestyle. So they want rides in private jets, they want designer bags, they want money, things like that. They want to be spoiled. Then you kind of have the girls like me who just find older men attractive, but do want their man to have some type of financial stability, things like that. And then you also just have those girls who are college students who don't really have money, and they just know, like, you know, I can do this. So you got to figure out your reasons why you want to do this. But that's, for me, that's what it is. I do apologize if you guys hear the vent kind of cut on and off. I do have my heat on because it is kind of cold here in Indiana. So a sugar baby is a woman who is seeking a older gentleman to either, 1, spoil her, 2, date her, or 3, basically upgrade her lifestyle. You know, that's basically what usually you'll see. The sugar daddy is usually an older man who is either divorced, widowed, married but looking, or just somebody who has money and wants to flaunt it, and is looking for a younger companion to add to their lifestyle. That's basically what it is. And the two parties come together and create an arrangement, which is why the new term is mutual beneficial relationships, i.e. sugar baby, sugar daddy. So that's the best way that I can put it, because I know a lot of y'all, and like I was at first, so confused on what exactly it was, because you just kind of hear the terms being tossed around like somebody playing like, I'm gonna give me a sugar daddy, but you know, it's a whole community. So basically, I have, like I said, I've only been on this site for a month, or these sites for about a month, and I have went on dates, and I have found my sugar daddy. 1. I am planning to get at least 1 or 2 more, but I have bagged 1. So speaking of, he just texted me, but anyway, so the second topic I want to talk about, and I know this is probably the most obvious, is where do you find these men, these established men? And I will tell you that there are plenty of sites out there, but I will talk about these sites that I am currently on right now. The number one site that you're going to probably see or even hear about when it comes to being a sugar baby is Seeking Arrangements. Okay, Seeking Arrangements has been around for a very long time, and it's the most notable app to use. Well, it's now called Seeking.com. And the reason why a lot of people like this website is because, 1, the men have to verify their income. So you cannot be on the site and not have and not verify your income. Also, the men that are on the site pays a $60 subscription fee to even be on the site. So we also, and I think that's another thing. So if you guys didn't know that, then you know that is what happens. So these men are actually trying to find them a sugar baby. If you guys are spending $60 to $100 to find these women, you're actually actively seeking these women. You're not playing games, or you will hope they won't play games. So I will say I did find my sugar daddy on Seeking.com, and it's been good since. So I'm sorry if I'm saying a lot, because I am going off the top of my head. I just kind of wrote down the different categories that I'm going to talk about. But Seeking Arrangements is that, and like I said, the men do have to verify their income. And I will say, because if you're a girl, you're more worried about the numbers. I have seen no one that made less than $100,000, or the net worth is less than $100,000, at least in my area, because every market is different. So, and the highest that I have seen or even interacted with is someone who was worth $100 million. So it kind of ranges. So I live, you guys do not know, I live in Indianapolis, Indiana. And so our market is going to be different from somebody who lives in New York, who lives in Los Angeles, who lives in Houston, or who lives in Chicago. So it's a little different. Now, the second site that I use is Secret Benefits. Secret Benefits is a little different because I don't think anything has to truly be verified. You can verify your account. Like they'll say, like you'll have an option to verify that you're a real person. But I think a lot of, because you see a lot of guys who do not even include their income in their profiles until they figure out, okay, she's a good girl. Because I've had guys who were top tier men write me on those sites and they don't put their income, and then when I meet with them, you kind of see that they're legit or their job is legit. So yep, that's another one, secret benefits. And then you can also, I also use Bumble. Now here's a disclaimer for those who might take this and think they can set up a legitimate sugar baby profile. Do not do that, because your shit is going to be taken down.
Period! 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 Period!
Okay, Bumble is a dating site, but there is money to be found on Bumble. So you have to be very careful when using Bumble to find sugar daddies. It's a good tool because there's a lot of like wealthier or kind of well-off men that use those sites, but or classier men that use those sites, but you do have to be very careful to not say anything that will get your profile blocked. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Now the next thing we're going to talk about, because I'm not going to make this video long, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep having it segments. So we're going to talk about your profile. We're going to talk about how you should pick your picture should look. Okay, so number 3, what to expect. When you get on these sites, a lot of these men already know what they're looking for. They're looking for a textbook girl. They want to find their Playboy bunny, and they want to find their eye candy and their arm candy. Okay, so they are looking for a Barbie doll. They're looking for femininity. So you do have to be mindful of that when getting on these sites. You're going to get creepy messages. You're going to have hungry and thirsty men after you. It's just what's going to happen. Okay? You're going to have men who are going to try and cheapen you. And we'll talk about how to deal with that as well, because we don't want that either. You're gonna get all types of stuff. Okay? So I'm just forewarning you right now. So if you're on your phone about to make your profile, beware, because you're gonna get it. And, you know, if you're uncomfortable with those types of things, then I don't know, sis. I wouldn't do it. But I'm just letting you know straight up. That's what you're gonna be dealing with. Okay, number 4, scammers. Scammers are people who, sadly so, find gullible girls who are thirsty for some money, that they basically finesse them out of getting their bank account info and then draining their account. Do not be a gullible Glenda. You need to be a smart Sally or smart Sandra, because these scammers are still out there. Now I will say Seeking Arrangements is doing a really good job of weeding out the scammers and stuff like that, but they are still very much alive and very much out there. Now Secret Benefits, I'm not sure how their policy is, but I know that Seeking Arrangement is now cracking down, because that was kind of like the highest trafficking place for scammers. So do not put yourself in a situation to get scammed. My best tip for you is to use your head and watch for red flags. Usually scammers will send you a long message saying, hey baby, I'm looking for a sugar baby and I want to give you $500 a month to know that I am serious, and we should definitely talk about it, or something like that. Have to give someone your banking information, because you don't. Why would you need to give them your banking information when we have all this new technology? If they want to send you some money, You don't have to send them shit. They're sending you something. You don't have to send them nothing. They'll say, well, can you send me $2 or something because to cover a fee, a transfer fee or something like that. Well, if you're sending me $500, why can't you take care of the damn transfer fee? You get what I'm saying? So you just have to be smart. You have to be really smart about how you move in on these sites, because they will get you caught up. And I'm just been thankful enough that I've used my head and not gotten caught up, because girls get caught up all the time, especially if you're thirsty for the money and you really believe in these scammers or these so-called profiles that they're gonna send you money. Look here, if he's a real sugar daddy and he's smart, he's not gonna send you shit until he sees you, period. Which leads to my next point. Y'all, if you hear my dog in the background, that's because he's very much in a playful mood right now. But yes, your meet, you can have a meet fee if you feel comfortable charging someone to meet up for the first time, because basically like the reasoning for that is so that your time is not wasted. Genuinely, if the man wants to meet with you, he's serious about meeting you. He's not gonna set nothing up to not show up or stand you up unless he's just a douchebag. But if you are kind of scared to have your time wasted, you can definitely do a meet fee. And if they really have the money or they're really about their life, they'll just meet with you. But there's gonna be some men that's probably gonna steer away from that because they're like, well, you know, I don't want to pay you to meet with you because you might finesse me out of my money. So yes, now phone calls, I know some people charge people to phone call or FaceTime. You can do that as well if you want to. I feel like that would be more of my speed, because I just don't want to, I really don't want to, I don't like talking on the phone. I don't like talking on the phone. So if you want to talk on the phone with me, I'll just say, okay, just send me $50. I'll talk to you on the phone. At least then it's different. But everyone, you can just set your own price, or you just don't have to charge them at all. It just depends on how you look. It just depends on what you want to do. Okay, next thing, I have to look back at my phone. Sweeteners. Sweeteners are definitely a thing. Sweeteners are men who are portraying to be a sugar daddy, but all they want is sex. Also, I think they're also known as tricks, but all they want is sex. So that means that they'll get on these sites and literally make this profile to see who's going to jump in bed with them at a certain price. I have a story I'm going to tell you guys about how you can kind of get, what I would consider a sweetener. So when I got on Seeking Arrangements, I had this message from this man. And first of all, he wrote me and he was like, so you're not going to say hi? Y'all can already kind of guess what type of person this was. So my fucking ass, because I was new to the site, so I was like, hey, what's up? And basically we got to the point we started texting. So I kind of knew that this man wasn't really about it. I think his net worth was maybe like $700,000. Like, it wasn't high. But I was like, okay, I could probably finesse a little something out of him. So basically we start texting, and you know, because you have to set the arrangement, and I'm gonna talk about arrangements next, which you'll kind of have an idea. So the guy, the first like day of texting, he was like, how much money do you want? Like, how much money would you want in the arrangement? So he's trying to set the arrangement, has never met me in person. Like, we haven't talked on the phone. Like, he's strictly going off of pictures and texting. So I said to him, I was like, so you're trying to set an arrangement and you haven't even like met me? He was like, oh, we'll meet. He's like, we'll meet. He said, we're going to meet. And then if I like you, I'm going to take you back to my place. Y'all, it was so fucking, like, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you can already tell it's sketchy as hell. So I said, so you're going to take me on one date, set the arrangement, and then as long as I come back home with you, then I'm good. Absolutely not. So I said, sir, I think you're looking for an escort. He was like, I'm not looking for an escort. Like, he got all defensive. He was like, I'm just real busy, and I just want, I just need someone to be there for me. And in return, I give her the stuff that she needs, like support and financial assistance. Like, you're gonna get a lot of that. Okay. So then I said, okay, well, how many times do you want to go on dates a month? And he wrote back and was like, dates as in sex? So I'm thinking to myself, like, bro, you just told me you wasn't looking for an escort, but you basically trying to put me out there as an escort. And I said, no, I'm talking like dates. Like, I'm not doing the sex thing. He was like, well, I said before that I'm gonna take you back to my place. And I said, okay, so no. I said, sir, I'm sorry, but you're trying to cheapen me as a woman, and you're trying to basically sell me out as a cheap slew, and that's not what I am. So I said, I'm sorry if this isn't gonna work, and I blocked his number. Women who go on there and they are like prostitutes, they're prostituting, and I think that's why a lot of men will get on these sites to look for these specific type of women. So I was just like, no. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna talk about is, so basically, I'm sorry, that's exactly what a sweetener is. It's someone who doesn't want a real connection with you. They just want you to have sex with them. And the next topic is the almighty sugar daddy. Okay, so I want to talk about my sugar daddy. My sugar daddy in particular, he was texting me. It was almost kind of like we were dating, but we're not dating. Like, I know it's like you know who I am. Okay, so we're texting, we're talking on the phone. We finally go to our first date, a success. Then we go on another date, a success. And now we're to the point like we actually like hang out with each other and we have a good relationship. We have an arrangement, but so far I have gotten gifts and I'm content with that. But he, like, I know, like, since Christmas is coming up, he's gonna probably like give me some money. Like, if I ask him for some money, he'll give me some money. Like, but I know some girls get allowances, so that's another thing, a part of arrangements. I can also talk about that as well. Not every arrangement is going to be the same. You have to figure out what's going to work for you. So some women want money, like allowances, from their sugar daddy every month. But I will say that if you have a sugar daddy who is willing to give you an allowance, just be ready to do a hell of a lot for that allowance. And I also have a story that goes along with that as well. But my sugar daddy, like, he just really just wants my time. That's pretty much it. He just really wants my time. He likes me, you know, and I know I'm a sweet girl, I'm a smart girl, I can bring a lot to the table, and he rewards me for just being me. Like, he has brought me clothes, he has bought me my skincare, like a whole skincare regimen, y'all. Like, I put it, I don't know, I'll put it up here. I have some videos I'll probably just insert. He's bought me this hair, which was kind of last minute, but he bought me this hair, or gave me the money to buy the hair, because I told him I needed a new look. And, you know, he's just taking care of me or whatever. And in return, I give him companionship. I go with him to all these restaurants. I look good. I look like a trophy wife. And, you know, in return, he takes care of me. So he makes sure I'm always good to go. But yes, that's what a sugar daddy is. It is a man who is willing to treat you like the queen that you are. Period. Okay, we are not dealing with no fucking sweeteners. Okay, so my next thing I'm going to talk about is, oh, well, that was the end of my list. Okay, but yeah, so that's just an example of what you're gonna most likely experience. So I will say, here's some other tips that I want to give you guys before I end this video. The age that I would recommend that would be appropriate to start your sugaring experience will be 20 to 21. I will say you have to be a little bit more mature to deal with the stuff that you're gonna see on these sites, unless you kind of can handle it. But you're gonna if you're kind of like grossed out by some of the stuff that that has happened or the little stories that I have told, then maybe it's not your time. Maybe it's not for you. It's not for everybody. I will say that sugaring is definitely not for everyone. Also, I would say that do not quit your day job to do this. I think a lot of women, they get on these sites because they're desperate for money. They lost their job, or CV-19 has kind of put a hold on a lot of their stuff they got going on. I know a lot of companies are laying off. Some companies are closing or have shut down, and still, you know, some women have not, or some people have not recovered. So I know this sounds like easy money, but it can be easy money, but you're also going to do a lot of things to degrade yourself in the process. So I would definitely not quit your day job. And sometimes it can take you a while to find the sugar daddy, because you got to pick through the litter. You know what I'm saying? In order for you to find the right guy. And I think my last tip as far as overview is make sure that you are mentally ready before jumping into this, because it's different. You're dealing with different type of men. You're dealing with a lot of entitled men. You're dealing with men who have more to lose. You're gonna see men that are married, so it's gonna probably freak you out if you're like me and you don't believe in cheating on your spouse or your significant other. So you're gonna see a lot of stuff that can kind of crazy. That's why I say you have to be mentally prepared. But basically, that's all I'm gonna talk about in this first episode of my sugaring series. You guys can follow me on Instagram at _shutupbrandy_. And do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share with a friend if they are thinking about embarking on this type of journey into the sugaring experience. And I will catch you guys in my next video. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to link my new collaboration that I have with a skincare company called Face Story. I'm going to link my coupon code below. I do get commission, a little commission from everyone who buys from there. So this is not a sponsored video. I'm just throwing this in there. But basically, yeah, so I'm going to link that below. Go ahead and help a sister out. Check out their products. They're really good. I'll also be doing a separate haul, and I'm gonna show you guys all the good stuff that I have. And basically, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. You're gonna want to follow me. I am relaunching my boutique, and I'm gonna talk about that as well. But I wanted to go ahead and push this video out because I know there's some girls that's been waiting on it. And in my next video, I already have it planned out. I'm gonna be talking about how to set up your profiles on these websites, how you should look, things like that, because I know a lot of people are gonna want to know how they should be looking when they're on these sites trying to find these established older men. Okay, well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and like I said, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified every time I post. And I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Mwah.